Hello, everyone, and welcome to a special announcement here from the Court Martial podcast. I am your Colonial Champion, Sean McCarty, and I just wanted to share this with you so you understand what's going on. So this week, God damn it. Okay, sorry, it's Steam trying to take over my laptop, and it's on the big screen, and it's really ruining this moment, so I'm just going to take care of that real quick. Now, the task at hand. Normally, this is when we would be doing our recording for the Court Martial podcast for our anniversary show, which was our 1-year anniversary show that was going to take place this year because the Royal Rumble review was when we got started last year. But ideally, what I wanted to do is I wanted to have either Skylar be here because we now have a co-host, which is another big upgrade. And of course, the Bay Area Brawler himself has many, many things to say. But fortunately, in a double-edged sword kind of way, he has got a new job, which I'm very excited that he has because he's been pining for a long time to get it. Unfortunately, this is like the orientation week, so he doesn't really have a lot of time to record. So he wasn't available to make it, and I was like, okay, that's fine. I can handle that. So I asked our good friend at our sister channel, TAW Gaming. I asked JoshAgeddon, would you mind hopping on the podcast? It's our anniversary show. Really big deal. And he said, yeah, I'd love to come on and I'd love to be a part of it. Well, this afternoon I get a text from him, and without revealing too many details because I don't want to be that guy, he got roughed up a bit in a vehicular excursion. And that's all I'm at liberty to say. He's fine. He's fine. There's no need to worry. He's not hurt in a serious way. But as a result, obviously, he wasn't going to make it on the podcast. And that, honestly, that news, because I did see the pictures and I did see what actually happened to him. And I personally believe that I'm not really in a celebratory mood, to be dead honest with you. And the reason is, I can't do an anniversary show alone. I've done many shows alone, but an anniversary show, when I was so excited to have somebody on the podcast with me to talk to, not that I can't ramble on as I've been known to do, but still, there was something about the anniversary and celebration, and I just don't feel like celebrating right now with this week, the way that this week has gone. I just don't feel like celebrating with the way that my boy's now healing up, but this is a very fresh thing, so, he'll be fine, like I said, but, still, hearing that kind of thing, rides on you. He's a really good friend of mine. One of my best in the wrestling sphere with JoshAgeddon. And same with Skylar, and it's hard to celebrate 1 year alone when I was so excited to be able to do this with somebody else and revisit some topics I did when I started. And just with the circumstances at hand, I think it's best in all aspects to cancel this week's episode of the Court Martial podcast, just for the sake that I just don't feel like celebrating. I don't think it's right now to celebrate a year's worth of Court Martial podcast when I've got this on the mind, and because these people you've gotten to know and you've gotten to share experiences with, and I would love to have had that opportunity for the anniversary show, but it's hard to celebrate under the circumstances at hand. So we are going to take a 1-week hiatus. We're going to take this week off, have everybody recover, kind of recharge their batteries. We'll keep you updated, just so you know. Like I said, JoshAgeddon's fine, but we'll have him on the show, and he can recount everything that happened himself. And he can get the first account, but when he is up and ready in action, we will bring him back on the show for all kinds of degenerate conversation. As for the future, we're going to skip this show, but we're still going to do a match of the week next week. I'm going to actually keep that one a mystery. So you'll have to actually tune in to see what the match of the week is on Tuesday night. Of course, I will post the video that we're going to watch in the description as well as in the live chat, so you'll be able to watch along right with us. I'm going to try, just for the sake of the way that the WWE matches have been going, as far as like the constant ads, what I'm going to try to do is find a way to avert that somehow, so that we can watch some of these matches without consistently being interrupted and then having to sync up the timestamps and things like that. So we'll get posted on that. I'm not saying this week's going to be a WWE match, you're just going to have to stay tuned. So Tuesday, we've got a great match of the week, and I promise it'll make up for not being here today. And then next Friday, we are going to be having a Season 2, Episode 1 of ACPW versus NWL. It is now the first week of booking our shows with the new talent rosters that we drafted last month, rather. Feels like last week, but it was last month. So you will be able to get to see all of that and where we take characters and how some of the people that we were gifted are going to figure into our shows. It's going to be a great time. So stay tuned for that. Myself and Skylar will be back on the show. And, of course, we will just reconvene from there. So it is with a somber tone today that I say happy anniversary, everybody. It's been a hell of a year. I can't thank you enough for being along the journey with us each and every step of the way. The fact that there's even people out there who want to hear a couple of Smarks fantasy book and talk about matches is enough for me to just be really gracious and appreciative of everything that you guys have been able to give me and to Skylar. And here's to more subscribers, and here's to more likes, and here's to more shares, and here's to more great times and great adventures here on the Court Martial Podcast. But with that said, I am your Colonial Champion, Sean McCarty. Be well, be safe, everyone. Take care, and have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you next week.